Now, as far as, what are some of the things besides, now this event will have Polar Bear Maryland kicking in because it's a full weekend of stuff like this. When does the season start kicking in for Seward as far as the tourism season, and when are some of the good times for locals to take advantage of some of the deals before it gets real busy?
It really depends upon what you like to do. If you are an avid cross-country skier or snow machiner, I would say come down now. We have phenomenal trails, and the tourists aren't here, and it's a perfect getaway for the Anchorage folks. Not only that, the Sea Life Center is open. We have spas and massage therapists in town, so if you just want a spa getaway, now is definitely the time to come. If you're looking for more of the tourist experience, the gray whales start rolling in about the end of March, and that kind of signals that we're getting into the season where things are going to be hopping. Prices are usually low till about mid-May, and that's when we really start seeing things getting busy. And, of course, July 4th, if you're planning on being here for that, you need your rooms now.
Speaking of July 4th, I've come down several times. The best, folks, the best 4th of July in all the world is right here in Seward, Alaska. And here's the thing about it is what's really cool is they've got the Mount Marathon Run. And what it is, it's like 4,000 feet up this mountain, and they have men's, women's races and young people's races and all that stuff. And what they do is these people are animals. They're complete animals. And what I really love, by the way, John, the thing I always like about the Mount Marathon Run is it was based, most of Alaska's history is based in bars. You go to Texas, they got the Alamo, all that stuff. In Alaska, it's this bet where a guy, and they get drunk and they go, see that mountain? I can beat you up that mountain.
Well, I think that it is a uniquely Alaskan experience to do the polar bear jump here in Seward or to do the Mount Marathon Run. But I guess I'm not really in the right shape for Mount Marathon. I could do it. I'd probably come in dead last or dead. But the polar bear, it's my kind of event because it's just falling off a dock, and that's something that I can accomplish.
That's right, folks. John, in fact, Bearded John's going to introduce after the night he spent with the hog team, they probably came up with a new creative idea for another Mount Marathon type event where you haul them up and let him fall down the mountain because it goes within. He can do this. We have Laura Cloward, who's with the Seward Chamber of Commerce. What's a good website to come to on this?
Very easy, www.seward.com. Hard to miss it.
And by the way, one of the things you can actually do on the Big Alaska Show, Laura, and you can participate in this as well, is we have our Chichaco Trivia Quiz. And one of the things about our Chichaco Trivia Quiz is that Bearded John and I are eligible to win our own prizes. And frankly, often we do. But anyway, so here's, because I know you know so much about Seward that, it'd probably be really unfair to ask you this question, but just for the heck of it, what the heck? Here's our Chichaco Trivia Quiz. And folks, if you're listening on streaming on KFQD.com, you can go to the website, BigAlaskaShow.com, and actually contact us and let us know if you think you know the answer to this, but we'll cheat a little bit. So how much did William Henry Seward pay per acre in the state of Alaska? Whoops. Time's up. Whatever you do, just don't go to Google.com. Just don't go to Google.com. We'll let Laura think about that one too. She knew I wasn't going to let her cheat on us though. Anyway, and so Laura, are you going to jump in this? And if you're not going to jump, why not?
I don't jump. I'm a behind-the-scenes kind of gal, and trying to get the Sports and Rec show up and running for the weekend and helping out with the other activities that kind of round up the jump weekend so that we're here supporting all those that come down and do jump.
And by the way, Laura, first of all, I want to thank you for coming down and putting up with our ridiculousness here. And what I do want to encourage everyone is Seward is 123 or something like that miles from Anchorage. And the thing I really dig about Seward is it retains the Alaska that Bearded John and I grew up around. And they talk about Seward being an all-American city. And it is. It's one of those places you come to. I came for the New Year's Eve. It was the most fun New Year's Eve I've been to. Amy and I danced our little buns off, and there are all the kids dancing, and it was just a terrific time. And then if you're listening in, Polar Bear Plunge is going on right now. Hop in your cars, come on down to Seward. Come for the 11:30. You'll come into the parade. The jump is about 12:30, and then they got all sorts of things. They got turkey bowling, for crying. They're using the same stinking turkey, and I think we're having turkey soup too, John. It's sort of like there with the sourdough cocktail, and and also go to Seward. It's Seward.com. It's that simple to find out all the things that are going on in this place. Folks, if you haven't been down and come for the summer activities and gone out to Resurrection Bay, it's the most beautiful place in the world. And it's right in our backyard. And Sue Lang's got something for us.
Steve, I just talked to the manager of the Breeze Inn, and he just wanted everybody to know he has a $49 a night room rate for the winter, and I think that certainly fits into everybody's travel budget. I believe they're sold out this weekend, but if you want a nice quiet weekend next week, or Valentine's Day or whatever, come on down to Seward for $50 a night. That's a heck of a deal.
You can tell she takes after Bearded John. Shameless, folks, in the Big Alaska Show, we're not into shameless promotion unless there's cash involved. If there is, then let's talk. But it's less than $50, and so you don't have to tell your date that, though. It's a wonderful rooms here. You go to breezeinn.com. Is their website, $49.95. And, Bearded John, you can save that other 5 cents for your date. So, anyway, Laura, thank you so much for joining us. And we'll still be talking about you guys, and we're going to tell them all things that are going on. And, we'll put it on for free, and you can pay us to keep it off the air. So, anyway, it's a pleasure, and thanks a lot. So I see we have other guests here, Bearded John. Who else do we have lined up? This is like coming to see Santa Claus.
Ho, ho, ho. We have Christy Hill with us, and she has an interesting story that she'd like to tell us about her jump efforts. And we were just talking a minute ago, this is her 9th year jumping, and she bet a friend. Well, I'll let her tell the story. Christy?
Good morning. I made a bet with the Department of Alaska, Commander Jim Pisa from Auk Bay. If you don't know where that is, it's by Juneau. And we had a Red Rooster-style bet that if I can raise $10,000 for the American Cancer Society's Polar Bear Plunge, that he would jump with me. Little did he think I was going to raise the $10,000. And I met and beat that goal, and my total amount raised to date right now is $15,231.
Okay, good for you. And just so you know, she's dressed in Rosie the Riveter outfit, and as all the jumpers are. And now, did you make Jim also wear something that he had to dress? Yeah, this guy is. You can tell he's really into this. Is this his first jump?
Yes, it is.
Oh, fool! You're such a loser. No, this is wonderful. This is wonderful. Well, good for you. Now, how long did it take you to raise over $15,000?
I hit my $10,000 about a week ago. $10,000 a week ago, and just kept plucking away at it and asking every little person, saying, "Hey, I want to hit 11." I zoomed past 11. Want to hit 12? Zoomed past that and said, "Why not go for 15?" So I jumped on the horse and bandwagon and went for it and just raised up $15,000.
Now, how did you get involved, in what made you decide to start jumping?
In 1998, a friend of mine came up and we watched the jump and thought, hey, that'd be kind of cool. Let's jump in next year. So I decided we'd sign up, and we signed up in August, a friend of mine and I, and then in November, my friend hadn't raised a dime, and I had raised my $750 minimum, and she backed out. So I jumped in 99. I skipped 2000 because I was pregnant, but I've jumped every year since.
Well, this is wonderful. And Christy, what's the name of your group you're jumping at? Have you formed a name for your group? Losers.
The Legionnaires. I think that'd be a good one, as being the Department of the American Legion commander. And I am the president of Unit 16 down in Homer this year. So we got together, and I was told that Mr. Richard Smith He's going to be the Western District Commander next year, and he's here from Seward, and he already told me he'd jump with me.